This is Bitcoin Bankers. This is our very first video. This is a new channel. We'll be covering cryptos. We'll be covering looking at markets and things like that. And the reason I'm doing this channel is because there's a lot of people out there these days who are wanting to make a little bit of extra cash. Life's getting a little bit harder and a bit harder. The various powers that be are constantly tightening the vice, so we have to find new ways to make some money and start to prosper. And so why don't I tell you a little bit about myself. My name's Shannon, and I've got one or two other channels on YouTube as well. One of them is my audio energy channel, and I am a sound engineer, qualified sound engineer, and I like making music and things. I finished my degree last year. I used to be a musician for many years as well, playing in some rock bands and things like that. And, you know, it's a bit of a hard life doing that sort of thing while working at the same time. And I got to the point where I just wanted to start becoming more financially independent and having control of my own money and making some money. So the purpose of this video and this channel is that we're going to start from the very beginning. I'm going to show you a number of things that I've started doing very recently. I've been following Bitcoin since about 2010, and I remember way back when it was in its early stages. It was about $4.50, and I wanted to buy in. Actually, it was about $4.80, and I wanted to buy in, but back then we didn't have any of these online wallets. We didn't have anything like that. You had to store it on your desktop and use PGP encryption and things like that, and it was beyond me, that sort of thing at that time. And so I just kind of let it be. And then I heard some things about silver and all that sort of stuff and bought into that instead, which was a bit of a loser and always has been. And we will cover things like that. But a big reason I did this channel was because there are so many scammers now out on the internet. And I think it's very important that we try to find our way through. It's a major labyrinth. And I think the best thing that we can do is join together, stay truthful, stay honest. I'm just going to turn my sound off here on my iPad. Okay, don't have it. So 2017, I think, has been a real manifestation, especially with the rise of cryptos and other currencies and things. There's a real big boost in the amount of people who started out honest and ended up just selling themselves out. And they take a lot of money for pumping products and things. And look, if you want to do advertising and you want to do that sort of thing, get paid for it, that's fine. Disclose it. Tell them you're getting paid for it. You don't have to say how much. That's all right. But I just think there needs to be some honesty returning back to the web, back to our society generally. I think there's too many people out there trying to take advantage. So what I've done, I'm starting to write a book. And it's just going to go over some basic stuff on what to watch out for, how to take advantage of some things, where possible. But the big thing is safety with money and starting your own bank. And you can do this with cryptocurrency. And that's our purpose. We want to become our own bank. We want to become financially independent. And I think every one of us needs a goal. Okay, you have to have something that inspires you, something that really brings you every day to wanting to make more. Now, that might be paying off a bit of debt, or it might be this. For me, my big dream is Lamborghini. Lamborghini, best car in the world, but there's plenty of other things out there too. But for me, it's more about having independence for myself and my family. You know, we want to be able to go out and do things. And at the moment, you know, I'm starting my own business. It's very hard. It's very slow. And I've had a whole lot of other things that have distracted me from being able to set that up and really go hard. But, you know, it's just a daily process. And that's the key. It's the key to making money as well. And just start very small, start very slow, and build up from there. So in our first video, I'm going to show you just a couple of things that I've been looking at that we can start lining up. Now, there are some people too, you'll see this in a minute, there are some people out there who are not so safe to listen to, and there are people that I've found that I think are pretty safe and really genuine guys and girls that are there to listen to. And I'll always be scoping the net, trying to find some more people that we can join together, okay? Now, why don't we just go to the web and I'll show you some of these things. The first person I've found that is a really good bloke. His name is Ryan Burke. He's just a family guy. He's a decent guy, and he's learned a bit very recently, I think as we all have, about where you can put your money that's safe to do so and where not to. Now, Ryan, he's built his subscription base really quickly because he is very honest. I find him to be very honest, and he cares a lot for people who are just trying to get through and make some bucks. Now, Ryan has a number of things that we'll look at. You can check out his channel on YouTube now. His subscribers are 4,000. I remember about a month ago it was like 2,000. So he's starting to grow very quickly because he's honest. He discloses everything that he invests in. He tells you this is risky, or this is good, this is not so good. And he also has on his channel here, if I can find it on this one, let's go to one of his videos here. You can, let's go to this one. Let's pause that. What he has done very recently is this here. All my latest updates are in Ryan's list. And you can open this. Let's open a new link. And what he's done, he's put so much effort and work into this, guys. I think you should really support this guy. He's really doing a lot, okay, to try and make sure that everyone's safe. Because ultimately, if you're not safe investing and you're pumping a whole lot of stuff, it's going to come back and hit you in the face, and people are really going to be angry and upset when they start losing money, especially money that they don't have a lot of, and it's hard to sort of work for, So anyway, this is Ryan's list. He's got his links and things like that, and he's got major alerts, okay, and he tells you, do not invest, green is okay, orange is warning, red is urgent, okay, and I'm going to go through one or two sites as well soon. So he's got all his updates. He's got things that he changes. He changes it every day. He's an IT guy. He develops websites, I think, and is his main business, as far as I understand. But he's gone through and he's done a recent sort of poll on one particular website I'll be covering shortly. But I just want to scroll down here if I can. Let's see if I can just move myself out the way. I'm going to scroll down. And he's got a picture of himself here with his family somewhere. He actually has foster kids that he helps out, and he also wants to look at raising some money for, in the future at some point, for orphanages and things in South America and stuff. I'm not sure where those pictures are going. There it is. So there's his family and his wife and his sons. He hasn't got the other two kids in there because they are foster kids. His son, his daughter, and things like that. And so he was just being careful that he can't put up foster kids and things. But I think this is a really good guy. He's got a good heart and he means well. I think this is a person that you can trust to take advice from. And there's probably one or two things. Yeah, sometimes he does take a little bit of risk there, and I think he's sort of figured out the best way to get around those things. But like myself, he's looking at this from a point of view. We want to do it long term and just make safe investments and safe money. Okay, so that's Ryan's list. Another one here is a very controversial figure, Silver Gold Man. A lot of people don't like Silver Gold Man, and I've sort of been following him for a little while. And I also had two. I don't subscribe to anything on Ryan's list. I'm not an affiliate of his or anything like that. I've just been watching. I just watch people, and I'm a loner. I just like to do things on my own for a little while. And once I get going, then I can sort of spread out, but I like to give it time to see how people go. So I'm not an affiliate. I'm not pumping him. I just think he's a decent guy, and he deserves a mention because he's put a lot of work into the things that he does. And let's get rid of that one. So it's all right. And he's on there every day. And he sometimes needs a bit of work on his calculator, but that's all right. So the next guy, Silver Gold Man, as I was saying, this guy, pretty fiery. He's Canadian, and I tell you, he is just sick and tired of scammers and scam artists, as I am. And that's why we're starting to get together. We're really getting tired of scammers, and we're really getting tired of people who pump and dump things. They take money without disclosing their interests. They'll pump certain ideas, certain products and things, and they take money from people. They take donations. They don't disclose it, and then they go, "Oh, look how great I am! I'm this, I'm that, or I've done this and that." So, this is another guy that you got to check out. He actually has a list on the side here. Where is it? I think it's on his main channel. Maybe go here. Can we see it? No. Okay. I'm actually on my PC, so I normally work on my laptop a lot more. doesn't want to show it at the moment, but he does have a list here. If you go to his channel, he's got what he calls the circle jerk of corruption, and there's about quite a few, a large number of people, and they work in these groups and circles to promote silver, they promote gold, they promote certain ICOs and cryptos and things. They actually promote ICOs way more than they promote actual cryptos themselves and the value of crypto. And I'll do videos on explaining the difference. So if you're new to cryptocurrency here, guys, I will do videos on explaining that sort of thing. But this is just my intro video for the first video, and just to run through a couple of things. So this is Silver Goldman. He also has some other websites called Connecting Dots 1, Connecting Dots 2. You can pay him a couple $100 for a particular trading program. I think he's pretty good. He shows all his stuff. He keeps his trading stuff on, I think, a slightly separate platform. He did have it here, but YouTube has actually sort of come down on him recently for a few things, and you can watch that. All he's trying to do is get the truth out there as far as I'm concerned, and just trying to expose people. And I've done one video on exposing on another channel as well. If you find it, great. Look, at the end of the day, we're not here to bullshit people. We're not here to try and push you into buying certain things and products. We've been through it. The people that are doing these videos, like myself, Silver Goldman, Ryan Burke, Ness, and there's another guy, we'll have a look at him another time. There's a lot of people out there who've been burned. And when you get burned, once bitten, twice shy. And when it happens numerous times, it's not to say that we're all gullible. It's just that we're looking for opportunities, and there's some really good scammers out there who like to take advantage of you. So buyer beware. The thing with the crypto market too is that it is decentralized, it's unregulated, so that is a big open door for people to take advantage of. A lot of decent folks who just want to make some bucks, man. Even if it's $50 a week to get you the kids to the movies, So that's what we're doing. That's what we're out here doing. So Bitcoin bankers, we're all about making a few bucks. I'm gonna start showing you some ways to make a few bucks, even in this video, very shortly. Now, I'm in Australia, and there's crypto things, crypto exchanges and things all over the place. Some of them are just exchanges where you can't actually put your real dollars in, your fiat cash in, and convert it. But being in Australia, I use this one here. Welcome to BTC Markets. Okay, this is the one I've been watching. These guys have been around since early Bitcoin. And I remember seeing Bitcoin on this one first. So they're Australian, they're based in Melbourne, and what you see up here is, this is the Australian value for cryptocurrency, right? 5,900. So for Australian dollars, it's $5,900 for one Bitcoin. And so the values you see here are Australian dollars. So I get a big benefit from buying Bitcoin and going to some other sites where I get paid in US dollars and bring it back. It benefits me a little bit for the most part, because the Australian dollar is weaker than the American and the euro and things like that. So good advantage to be in Australia in some ways. But all in all, it kind of just balances out. But we're talking Bitcoin, so we don't really want a lot to do with that fiat cash. Both systems exist, both systems are there. We may as well take advantage of all of it where we can. Okay, so this is one of the ones that I use. I also work with some other exchanges and things. I want to look at getting a Trezor wallet, which is an offline wallet. And like I said, if you're new to Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies, I'll be doing some more videos that explain that sort of stuff in general. But really go and research it and have a look and see what it is. Okay. Next one. Let's have a look at this. Let's look at a couple of things I can show you now. This one here, I actually got this link off Silver Goldman's website, connectingdots1.com, I think it is. And it was just a banner that he had there, and I thought, all right, I'll try this out. So what we have here, this is basically, they call it an Ethereum miner. Whether it is or not, I really don't know. But I've actually been running this since the beginning of the week. It is completely free. You just put in your Ethereum wallet, which I'll show in a minute, and it just starts kicking off. Now, they do have some plans here that you can buy, but I suggest at this point, do not buy any of them, because there is a similar website, I think probably by the same guys. It's called Bitminer, I think, or Bitcoin miner, something like that. And I sent them $5 the other day to try and upgrade. I thought $5 I can use, it doesn't matter. And it went missing, and so I sent them a couple of messages, and when I went back the next day, my whole account was just gone, and I had to start again. So don't put any money in. It won't make you a lot, but it'll start counting up, and just let it run for like a week or two, and it'll just start building up. Now, what I can do, I can show you. Let's see if I'll bring this open for a minute, and I'm blurring most of this out so I can keep it private. But I think, where's my Ethereum address? Where's my Ethereum address? There we are. All right. So let's go back here. You put in your address, and you go start mining. Okay. And this is where I'm up to at the moment. Now, I started this probably Sunday, 4 days ago, and it's working its way up. Okay, I'm earning ether. It cost me nothing. I just put in the thing and it's there. You can do affiliate programs, and if you want to, I'm going to start doing a little bit of affiliates. I've never really been big on it, but I'll give it a go. So here's my Ethereum link here, and you'll find it in the video below. So you can click on that and go from there. Okay. Now I'll just go back to the home. So that one, that's free ether. You can get free ether. Just mine it. Apparently, with drawing out, there might be some problems, but there's a minimum, I think, of about $20 or $30. You have to let it get up to $20 or $30 of US before you can draw out. So they have a limit before you draw out. So like I say, leave it there for a week, let it build up, and you get some free ether and send it to your wallet. Okay. Like I said, the Bitcoin miner one, watch out for that. I think that's really dodgy. You can do that one for free as well. Just don't buy any of these at the moment, because look, this one here, it might work better, but I'm not willing to give it a go. I'm just going to get free. That's my email there. I'm just going to get free ether and go from there and see if it works. If it does, great. And just stick it in your wallet. Why not? Next one, controversial one. Control Finance. There's a whole lot of stuff going on about this. There's a whole lot of there's a number of things on their site that are quite dodgy. Actors doing videos. Well, that's common, guys. That's really common. Everyone, they use Fiverr. They get a video. Fiverr is a website where you can pay someone to do a speech for you or a video for you, and they're just independent actors, and they do all that stuff. They make money out of it. So no real harm there. These guys have been called a scam from left, right, centre, and everywhere. Are they a little dodgy? Yeah, they're a little dodgy, just like all of them. However, they do pay. Okay, they've paid me out consistently, no problems. My payments go through within 5 minutes. No trouble. Now I've put into this one about $600, and when I did, I got a few emails from some people I know that one person I mentioned it to in particular. They said, "Oh, it's a scam. Watch out! It'll be gone in a few months." And I said, "Well, it's still here. It's still paying." If you want to know more about this, I'll be doing a video on it. I would not suggest that you invest right now. I think just wait until after October and see how things are going. The markets are up and down at the moment as well, but I'll give you a reason why I say after October. Because they basically have a registration on their website that ends in October 2017. They may have updated it. I will be checking shortly, but I'm also going to show you some other things. But Control Finance for now, look, they're paying. I make probably $9 a day out of it. When I convert that, they pay me in Bitcoin. When I convert it back to my account, it goes, and I convert it back to Australian dollars. I'm just making that little bit extra because it is sort of Bitcoin to US, and then Bitcoin back to mine, and I can convert it back. So I do get a little bit more. So it's actually kind of cool. Now, just be aware of these. Okay, this is a very popular but controversial site that they call a hype site. Okay, hype sites, I'll do videos on them and explain all about it. Like I said, also doing a book. I'm getting a website up and going, so I just want to get these videos up for now. Next one is Bitpetite. I think this one's pretty cool. They've been going only for, let's see, 103 days. Most hypes normally bomb out after 30 to 90 days. Now, this I don't think is actually much of a hype site. I think it's this is actually a tumbler. So what you do, this is basically you put your bitcoins in, it tumbles them around with other coins, and then sends them off, and you get new coins. So it's basically a laundry service for cleaning Bitcoin. Okay, nothing illegal about it. It's completely legal. All it does is toss them around. They have been associated with what do you call it, black market guys who want to hide the traces of if they're buying and selling off the dark web and things like that. But look, you can take a truck and drive it into a group of people, or you can take a truck, fill it with food, and take it to some starving people. A truck is a truck. So I don't mean to be flippant about it, but I think there's way too much hype going on about so many of these things out there these days. Everyone's becoming terrified and so on. So I'm going to provide a link to these guys as well. I signed up an account with them, but I am just waiting for my my balance in my market to go up a little bit. All I've invested from this point, apart from Control Finance, all I have invested is about $100. Okay, and I'm trying to build my base up, build up my foundation, my financial base. I will not use credit cards. I will not take out loans. This is about creating something out of nothing, and it can be done. I started with I think $40, and I put some here, put some there. But at the moment, that Control Finance, it pays me about $60 a week, and I use that. I put it into my account, and lately, the market's going up and down. It went down the other day. It's going back up again. I bought a bit of Litecoin. I bought a bit of Bitcoin, and that's it. I did have some Ripple. I did have some Stellar as well, because those two go hand in hand. They went, just as I bought them, they went down in price, as usual. Held on to them for a little while, and they did start to gain back. And once I'd made a gain, particularly on my Stellar, I said, goodbye, I'm going to sell those, and I started just buying Bitcoin, because Bitcoin is going up. It's very strong. Litecoin is getting strong too, that's jumped up $35 in about the last week and a half. So it's been sitting low. I remember when it was about $12, then it went up to $15, $20, sat around $20. It is a slower developing coin, but it's still a good coin. I think Litecoin's really good. I think Ripple has chance, but it might be a little while before any of that actually gets going. So anyway, this is Bitpetite. I'm going to have a link to Ethereum mine for free ether. Don't buy anything. Just put in your address and let it start building, and just keep it there, and go in and check it each day. Make sure it's still there. Then each week, you should be able to draw out once you get over $20 or $25 maybe. It's in the frequent asked questions. That's Bitpetite. Okay, there's Bitpetite here. You have a number of different options. It's pretty cool. They got Litecoin to US dollar, Ethereum, Bitcoin, things like that. You only have two options. You have a 6-week program. You can have a look at your investment here. It does it in Bitcoin, but you can, like I said, you can choose which one you want to look at. Litecoin, there's Litecoin. So say I put in, one Litecoin, or 93. Wow, if I got 93 Litecoin. Tells you your current investment, so it's a 4.5% daily. Okay, your daily net, you'll be getting $336. I don't know how that works. It's a conversion, but your weekly net income. But these are contracts, so basically you put in for 6 weeks, you keep it there, and you get it out. So the break point, 7th to 10th. So it'll be a month, and I'll get a break, because today is the 8th in Australia here right now. So there you go. So within exactly 30 days, I'll break even, and it goes 2 weeks beyond that. So you actually end up getting a bit of a profit. So you actually get 47% return. Okay, so you put in 100%. You put whatever amount you put in, and it pays you back your principal plus 47%. So that's how that works. You're not getting 140% on top of your principal. You get your principal return plus 40%. On the 9-week, you get your principal return plus 80%. So you're almost doubling your money. So you put in $100, you get $200 back in 9 weeks. Now, a lot of these platforms, they used to offer really big returns, and there's some of them out there that still do, and they're crazy. You lose your money. Half the time you send the money off, it doesn't even get to the wallet. So I'll do, like I said, plenty of videos to come. I'll explain all those. And today it's just introducing you, saying hi, introducing me, giving you a bit of a rundown. And we're Bitcoin bankers, guys, so thanks for jumping on. Please subscribe, have a look. You can check out my other channel if you want to know more about me, audioenergy.com. That's NRGAUD. Why don't I even just go to the website here? Here we go. Just go to home. And I'll go. Here's my website. You just type in audioenergy.com. All right. And here we are on the top link, mate. So here's my website. Let's move myself up here a little bit. Yeah, I got blogs. I haven't actually been on this for a little while because I've been busy looking at some other things, starting to make money. These are some films that I've worked for and done. The film Ripple Effect, PTSD, is a documentary series by Melzer Productions, a lady called Kim Melzer who's working on a PhD and in film and direction. It's a great video because they talk about the healing effects of medicinal cannabis in that as well with returning veterans. So I think this is part 1. I think she's working on part 2 at the moment, and she's working with emergency service. Okay, this film here is Skin, by a small company in Queensland that I've worked with. The Bridge, same guys, and The Untold Truth. These ones probably won't be coming out for a little while just yet, but we've done all the production for it and everything, so it was really cool. That is not my studio, but that's me in the college studio. Worked on the Yamaha 4000 48-channel desk. It was a pretty good setup, but they got a really awesome SSL in there now, which is pretty mad. I went to JMC Academy and got my bachelor's degree there. Here is some awards that Kim Melzer got for her work. Second runner-up. She also went to the US and she won some nominations to be put in as well in I think it was a cannabis festival in Maine and 1 or 2 in California as well. Kim Melzer is on the Gold Coast, and here's the Ripple Effect. This is some of the features. This guy's story is very amazing, very powerful story, and this is his wife, a partner, and how she helped him get through when he was a returning veteran after suffering really bad PTSD. He's still working through it. It's something that these guys are stuck with for life because they're veterans, and I like to support all these issues here. And this is an extract of the video as well. And you can see this is where I'm living down here. This is the east coast of Australia, so that's where I am as well. Anyway, guys, that's it for now. Oh, yeah, I got a production catalog. I think I'm still working on that one there. There's my SoundCloud music. So you can find me on SoundCloud as well, but you can hear all my just different themes. This is earlier work. I haven't done a lot lately, unfortunately. It's multimedia, so you can have a bit of a look there. I'm reviewing myself, but so here's some different reviews and videos I've done on my channel. You can check them out as well if you want to know more about who I am. Like I said, just a guy trying to start to make a little bit extra cash for myself. I've already got it working. I've made some losses, but I made sure they weren't big, and I made sure that I learned very quickly from it, and that's the key. We want to play safe with our money. Don't be risky. Don't be stupid. And there's lots of us out here now who are starting to really help you through. Okay, so please subscribe, please like, and share it around. New video, tell everyone. Thanks a lot, guys, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.